the Sweet Potato Alley. Today we're going to teach you everything you need to know about sweet potatoes. We already know they're delicious, they're nutritious. How many of you like to eat sweet potatoes? Raise your hand. What is your favorite way to eat sweet potatoes? Do you like them baked? Just a big plain sweet potato with a little butter, sugar on it? Do you like them in pies? Do you like sweet potato French fries? What about a sweet potato casserole? There are so many ways that you can enjoy sweet potatoes. We know that sweet potatoes are very healthy for us. They're called a superfood. They're extremely high in vitamins. Vitamin A is the vitamin that sweet potato is the highest in. Do you know what vitamin A is good for? Your eyes. They help you see better. It's also high in potassium and very high in antioxidants. And those are the vitamins that we need every day. You want strong bones, strong teeth? Include sweet potatoes in your diet. You don't want weak bones. You want to be strong, run, play hard. Everybody knows that broccoli is good for you, right? Do you know how many cups of broccoli you would have to eat to equal one sweet potato? Anybody? 23 cups of broccoli. That's a lot of broccoli.
Some of you may have a family member or maybe even a friend who is diabetic. So what does that mean? That means they can't have as much sugar or carbohydrates as other people. So sweet potatoes, are those diabetic friendly? I mean, they have sweet right in the name, a sweet potato. The answer is yes, because sweet potatoes have complex carbs, which means it takes a long time for the stomach to break those down, and it releases into the body bit by bit. Now, regular potatoes, like our French fries or our mashed potatoes, those have very simple sugars, which means the sugar is released all at once in the body and can be very harmful for a diabetic. So next time you're talking to your diabetic friend or family member, suggest a sweet potato.
Okay, thus far you have heard about the nutritious value of sweet potatoes, and you've heard that they come in all shapes and sizes. But what color do you commonly associate with sweet potatoes? If you're like most people, the answer you would give would be orange. This is a Beauregard sweet potato. It's the most prevalent sweet potato in Louisiana, and it is indeed orange flesh with a slight copper skin. But is that the only shape, size, and color that sweet potatoes come in? The answer to that would be no. Sweet potatoes can also be orange flesh, such as Beauregard, where this is a Bayou Belle sweet potato. But we have some potatoes that have a purple skin and a purple flesh. Sweet potatoes that may have a white skin and a white flesh. So you say, okay, I get it. If the sweet potato doesn't have a copper skin, if it has a white skin, it's going to be a white flesh, a purple skin, a purple flesh. Well, then you would be wrong again. We have purple sweet potatoes that have orange flesh. We also have purple sweet potatoes that have white flesh. To make things more complicated, we have white sweet potatoes that have purple flesh. All of these products, you're thinking, I've never seen that. I've never seen that in the stores. Well, it is uncommon in most of our markets for us to see the different color sweet potatoes for sale on the shelf. But lots of these products are used in products such as drinks for dye. So you may have consumed some of these colorful sweet potatoes and never actually realized it. And it's important to remember, just because the orange sweet potato is the most prevalent sweet potato that you may be aware of, it is not necessarily the only color that is available for consumption.
Who can tell me what a seed is? Does everyone know? It's usually a tiny reproductive structure produced by a plant that when you plant it, it grows into another one of those plants. Well, with sweet potatoes, a seed is going to be this. It's the actual root that you would buy from the store and eat, but it's also used as seeds for sweet potatoes. In commercial sweet potato production, they take these roots, they cover them with about 2 to 3 inches of soil, and that's called bedding the sweet potatoes. These sweet potatoes will sprout plants, about 10 to 12 each one, and when those plants push their way up out of the soil, they'll grow. When they get about 10 to 12 inches tall, the farmer will cut them and go to the field with them. planted in the field looks like this one. It's going to have multiple nodes going up the stem, and you want to plant about half of it underground. The farmers use mechanical transplanters to transplant these with no roots, just like this, and the roots will sprout from everywhere a node is. After the sweet potatoes have been growing for about 100 days, in the fall they're going to be harvested with a mechanical harvester that scoops up the soil underneath them and rolls them up a chain, allowing the soil to fall out through the chains. You'll get hills of sweet potatoes that look like this, and this is what's going to go to the supermarket for you to eat. They are separated into different grades, which is basically just separating them into different sizes and shapes. The most popular grade that you're going to see at the supermarket is going to be the US number 1, which is a nice medium-sized root without any blemishes and without any odd shapes to them. Another grade of sweet potatoes is going to be your canner grade, and these are generally peeled and cut up into canned products such as candied sweet potatoes or sweet potato pie filling that you would buy from the grocery store. Those are going to be smaller or misshapen, or even some can have insect damage. Your third grade will be jumbo sweet potatoes, and those are, as the name implies, the largest sweet potato. They're really bigger than anything you would want to take home and try to bake in the oven, and they're really too big for the cannery to process. These are used for sweet potato products such as sweet potato french fries and tots, and also used to make certain juices or dehydrated down to be used in dog food and dog treats.